लेफ्ट का बटन दबा and that will make your lighting better.
दो वी कंटिन्यूस कोल्ड ओपन यही रहा है कि हम लोग बाबा को बोल रहे प्लीज यहाँ से दूर मत जा. उसने झाड़ निकाला. बाबा तूने झाड़ क्यों निकाला?
Baba, why have you put a Baba simp in your background?
Bro, that's 1 second.
बाबा सिम द बैकग्राउंड इज फनी.
That is a rolling stone made out of Lego.
That is a tongue and a mouth. There's no
Yeah.
stones in that
No,
photo. Whatever
that's
that is.
100%.
Poster.
It's a Lego piece.
Baba, check your eyes.
वाओ ब्रो, तेरे को कैसे टाइम मिल रहा है लेगो बनाने के लिए? कैसे टाइम मिल रहा है साले?
टाइम लगता है 2-3 घंटा निकाल के बनाने का, फिर 2-3 घंटा एक और हफ्ते में बनाने का, फिर 2-3 हफ्ते में एक और बनाने का.
Baba,
ऐसा करके.
you know
तो
something
बहुत
that-
चीज का लेगो बनाता ना. एक इसका ये टंग और लिप्स बना है. और क्या बना?
One car is also there. One actual Formula 1 3 is 32
Millennium
30 to 1
Falcon लिया
ratio.
तो अभी तक
30-1 रेशियो नहीं यार.
मिलेनियम फैल्कन.
मिलेनियम फैल्कन का 2 वर्जन है. जो एक वर्जन है जो मेरे को चाहिए वो 1,22,000 का लेगो पीस है. तो वो मैं नहीं in rupees.
So don't buy it. Just
Not
Lego.
number of,
Just
yes,
Lego
it's
of
not
it.
number of Lego pieces. Lego pieces to a lot more, but it costs 1,80,000 or 1,20,000, which I don't want to spend on. Right?
That's 60,000 difference. I can buy another Lego.
Yeah.
You can buy many Lego. Now
मेरा
let's
favorite
go.
कौन सा है Lego?
Now let's go, please.
हाँ साले अभी क्यों? मैंने जब ये सेम जोक किया
Let it go.
30 सेकंड पहले.
Let it go.
तूने कब किया?
जब
Baba,
तूने
you
बोला
know something?
1,80,000 का लेगो है तो मैं बोला you didn't buy it, you just Lego of it.
Oh,
हैंचो तुम लोग कोई नहीं सुने. इसी बात पे
नहीं,
एपिसोड चालू
because overdog हो गया. Overdog हो गया. No, but I just want to point out one thing. You know something? The band that Baba has behind him, right? The Rolling Stones. They are so fucking old right now that they should call themselves the Kidney Stones. Thank you very much.
Oh, क्या बात है.
sorry, Kautuk.
क्या
Can I
बात
bring
है.
logic into the joke for a second?
No, it's
Of
not an
course.
age-related thing.
Yes.
Or at least they don't gather any moss.
क्या बात है. वाह वाह वाह. That's a good one. दोनों you have to appreciate both.
Correct. Agreed.
चल.
Agreed.
Let's
They
do
are
Indians.
they are almost have a gravestone above them. Is more.
Array! The
Array.
gravestones. Right there. Chalo, well done.
क्या बोल रहा है. वाह. चलो. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Internet Set. So, a show we take random instant videos of facts and stories and we talk about it. And welcome to episode 202. क्या चल रहा है, boys? Life
Auntie
में,
202.
news में.
क्या Auntie 202?
I'm waiting when we get to
Auntie
442,
202.
episode 442, and it's just like 5 of us. It's just with Asim for no reason.
Auntie 302 था वो. Sorry.
बाबा ये सब क्या है? तेरे डॉक्टर कोपनिस के जमाने के रेफरेंसेस दे रहा है. आंटी 302 क्या है?
अरे तेरे को याद नहीं है?
आंटी 302.
अरे
Milf.
वो चैनल वी पे एक प्रोमो था ना, एक कंटेंट पीस था वो.
Oh my God, that's a very deep cut, huh, Baba?
That's
It's
that
Auntie
is so
303. No,
again.
I don't know what it is.
God.
Read the room, Baba. Read the room. This
Baba,
is such
please.
an old reference.
Like-
Channel V was called Channel A at that time.
Yeah.
It was called whatever.
I was about to suggest we edit it, but just for that joke, all
अभी
of
रहने
this is now.
देंगे.
And we apologize
This,
to
it
all our
used to be
viewers.
this, and then ऐसा हो गया.
Yeah. तो
बस.
आदर तू कुछ एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज बोल रहा था इसके पहले हम लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया, तो क्यों ना तू अभी बता दे वो इंटरेस्टिंग चीज क्या थी.
क्या?
And don't talk about the colonoscopy you did.
Oh,
Not that.
मैं एक्चुअली भूल गया तू क्या चीज के बारे में पूछ रहा है.
तूने हम लोग को जापान के बारे में बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग चीज बताई.
Oh, yes. Okay, so जापान में
मेरे को बताओ इसके
let's-
पहले जो 25 मिनट बैठ के हमने प्लान किया हम क्या करने वाले हैं.
Swear.
अरे I didn't know we
मैंने
were
क्या
starting
बोला
with
था
this.
एग्जैक्टली उसका ऑपोजिट होने वाला
Because
है.
right,
मैंने क्या
okay,
मैंने
what
लिख के
happens,
दे बोला.
I will just issue clarification between the Japan fact that I told these guys to this. We've discussed 7 other facts.
It's
Okay, from Lego to
अरे
whatever
but
before we
Aadar,
started
it
this.
is in order of what we would have done, ना.
ये देख ये नींद में फिर भी इसको पता है. इसको फिर भी पता है.
Okay, so first fact of our show today is Japan में there is this thing called
I don't think we've ever said the
called this
sentence.
a show.
One
We've never called
second.
this a show.
Please, Aadar, what the fuck is wrong with you? We've done this 200 times. What is wrong with you?
I love it. I love it that for the first time in 202 episodes, We've had an actual
Formal.
like, hi guys, the first fact of this.
No, of this show. Of
this show.
today's show. Guys. Yeah.
Oh God.
Guys,
Oh
have
God.
we
I
ever
really
thought of
want
this
Derek
show?
O'Brien to come out.
No, I'm just saying, one sec, what have we
आज
done?
हमारे
Have we-
साथ है दीवाने परवाने मस्ताने और अनजाने.
Guys, have we lost it? Like, what is up? Like, have we, like, even last week, we've spoken about Cafe Coffee Day for some 20
मजा आया ना लेकिन मजा
Yeah,
आया.
so we've grown up. Today we've grown up. We've gone to bars now. So today we're going to talk about this bar in Japan.
हम लोग ऐसे प्रोग्रेशन में जा रहे हैं. कॉफी, फिर
हाँ.
बार, फिर डिस्को, नाइट
Strip
क्लब,
club.
हाउस पार्टी, हाँ स्ट्रिप क्लब, हाउस पार्टी और
Gravestone.
फ्यूनरल पार्टी.
Gravestone.
Night club.
सो 200 डिस्को पर डिस्को डिस्क. अरे डिस्क चलना है क्या?
Shit, man.
Guys,
Sir, you
please
don't have to
mock-
give any proof for your age. It's okay.
Don't mock that.
Dude,
I
हम
was
लोग
at,
निकालते थे. We used to make fake IDs and go और होता नहीं था तो we used to feel like दिखाना चाहिए क्योंकि पैसा वसूल करने का.
who was
अबे हम
asking
लोग
for
फेक
fake
आईडी
IDs?
बना के गए और किसी ने देखा भी नहीं, किसी ने
हाँ.
रोका भी नहीं. हम लोगों ने बेवजह उस जेरोक्स वाले को 250 रुपया ऐसे करके
But
अरे
one
ये फेक
sec,
बना के
what
दे,
is
वो फेक
fake
बना के दे.
IDs? What generate? Guys, I have gone to disc
I was 16. I wanted to go to a nightclub at
Discs.
Marriott, but the age limit was 18 plus.
at
और मैं
Marriott
16 साल का था.
Marriott or opposite
Enigma,
at J49. Enigma.
J49 में मेरे
inside
मॉम
Marriott.
डैड जाते थे.
J49 में
J49
मैं
में
जाता था.
हाँ तो मेरे मॉम डैड.
J49 bro.
बता बाबा एक स्टोरी बता J49.
और
वो
J49 एक मिनट before you start the story. J49, why was it called J49?
Juhu 49 bro.
Because
come
Juhu
on.
का pin
it's
code.
in Juhu and pin code is 49.
Juhu
One second,
49,
is this
guys.
the
J49.
place? One second. Is this the place that's near the PVR Dynamics Mall?
No.
Right opposite
No.
JW Marriott.
Oh, sorry.
Marriott
Right
का opposite.
It's
JW.
Okay.
diagonally opposite Marriott. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. हाँ.
तो बाबा
it
तू जब
doesn't
जाता था
exist
मेरे माँ बाप
anymore.
को मिला कि नहीं तू?
नहीं ब्रो, तेरे माँ बाप TFU जाते थे क्या? 3 flights up.
पता नहीं, मुझे नहीं बोला.
नहीं.
But Kautuk, do you know why
Raspberry
it was...
Rhinoceros जाते थे before it
Oh,
became a
Raspberry.
pickup
Oh,
joint.
One
God,
second.
yeah.
Raz Rhino, all of us have gone to. अरे IROC and all used to happen at Raz Rhino. But one sec.
You know what happened after that?
Do you know why it was called? Do you know why it was called 3 flights up?
Because it was
Let me
first
guess,
floor.
because it was on the 6th floor.
No. See, that's where the confusion is.
Then?
Because it was actually 2 flights up, but there was a small landing of 3 stairs before you got to the first flight of stairs.
Oh.
It's,
But you know, that's like when we started our careers, we used to perform at this place called One Above On Toes. Okay.
Yeah.
And the place we were at was One Above On Toes, except there was no on toes below it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
वो साइड में था. वो साइड से एक गंदा सा
There was,
सीढ़ी लेके
अबे
जाना पड़ता
जो
था
जगह में
metal का.
हम थे उसका नाम ही On Toes था. There was no
हाँ,
on toes below it, so this becomes One Above On Toes. It was On Toes, which was
Correct,
called
correct.
One Above On Toes. How are you one above you?
Arey, because it's called shin. It's one above toes.
Anyway, तेरे
Gee.
J49 की स्टोरी बता बाबा.
J49 का क्या story? नहीं, I mean, I've not gone many a time, but
अबे झूठ मत बोल, अभी तू चेंज कर रहा है.
no,
But many a
no.
time नहीं गया. That means कुछ time तो गया है ना. Something
By the
must
way,
have
this
happened
was
for
a
person.
pop-in. It was a pop-in disc back in the day.
Yeah.
It was a
full
disc only.
power.
But
Disc,
was a disc
one second. I just want to stop everything and ask Baba ki, Baba, was this like, who were you at this point in time? Like, were you like a fun, crazy person? Like, what was this?
This
Why
is
were you
still
in this? Why were you in this disc?
pure,
Baba had
pure
gone to
pressure.
pick somebody up.
Pure pressure. I
Pure
got to read a
pressure.
book
Oh.
by the bar. No, so there were a couple of things. First of all, you progressed, right? So if you started at 16 and you went to the first time you snuck out. Yeah,
Snuck
you
out.
snuck out and you snuck out of college in the afternoon and went to a place called Madness.
Yeah.
Madness, okay, and it was an
Where was this?
खार
afternoon.
में
खार,
था
खार.
madness.
Khar.
ये suburb public के लिए था. It used to be called socials, right? वो time पे social.
Oh,
Socials.
yeah.
No, अरे
Bro,
Spotify
ये
listeners.
It's this. You did this. Do it
if
again.
you're on Spotify, some fucking balloons just went across my screen. By the way, I was doing a work Zoom Google Meet in the morning और मैं कुछ बात कर रहा था. Same balloon आ गए, bro.
ब्रो ये
But
तेरा
same
कुछ
balloon
तो
कैसे आ रहा है?
ये तेरा कुछ आई मैसेज का कनेक्शन है.
Yes.
अबे अपन Zoom पे तो मैं iMessage. ये क्या है?
It's a Mac thing. It's gonna do it on whatever message thing you are on.
No,
But
it's not this related. Anyway, that being said,
Balloon.
there used to be madness in Khere, uh, where you went in the afternoon, and oh my god, it was ghastly. Yeah, it was just vile. Because first of all, everyone's there. You have to understand this. You have gone from college. So everyone's not really. I mean, sure, there are some people who have gone to wait for it. The LCR changed and come. What is LCR, guys?
Yeah, ladies common room.
So they
Yeah.
have changed and
Oh.
come, and then
Oh,
there are
these people who
guys-
changed were not ladies. They were not girls. Guys have gone to LCR.
yeah, snuck in and changed, and even the
What?
girls also have changed. Girls have carried extra pair of clothes, guys, and some of us would just go. But the common factor among everybody in an afternoon in madness disking
Huh.
was the bags that you've carried to college with your tiffin and okay. So this is
Yuck. Yuck. Yuck.
yeah,
सब बैग पहन के जा रहे हैं.
अरे बट ब्रो किधर रखेगा बैग नहीं है ना
but
तेरे पास
जमीन पे नहीं,
option.
तो नाच रहा भी है,
All-
तू बैग पहन के नाच रहा है.
All the
So-
people born after 2000 watching this podcast, you see what all has happened before you just started.
And I by the way
throwing
I'm talking
brunch
about
scenes.
I'm talking about 94, 95, 96, 97 right now.
Oh,
Okay,
that's beautiful. Wow, that's such a great detail.
okay. So the thing
That's
about
30 years ago.
yeah, about 30 years ago.
Wow.
I just did the math. I'm like, 10 साल, 20 साल, नहीं, 30 साल है.
So you have to. So I'm saying like what 94. So 95 I was 15. So yeah, 95 onwards, like 94, 95 onwards. So the thing is, they would not. So Kautuk, the question is right, and Varun, the question for you is also right, which is obvious. Kautuk is like वो bag पहन के जा रहा है. Varun is like bag पहन के नाच रहा है. So no, wait 1 minute. They're proper
मैंने वो
Or
भी
have
देखे
you guys
जूते
piled
में.
it in a corner? Like एक यहाँ
Yes.
पे bag
So
का-
what would
Oh,
happen is,
yuck.
one was, do you know how like outside a temple there are just chappals gathered like that in madness when you went into the basement on the right hand side there would be this thing where everybody would just randomly, it was the most trusting place on the planet क्योंकि क्या है उसके अंदर एक जर्नल, 2 पेन और तेरा
हाँ,
कपड़ा.
कोई किसी का बुक्स थोड़ी चोरी कर रहा है, अनलेस कोई
अबे-
स्कॉलर गया है. कोई
नहीं,
स्कॉलर गया, मैं तो हंडी पी उसका बुक चोरी करता.
चोरी करने
नहीं,
की
लेकिन
जरूरत
क्या
नहीं
होता
था.
था, there was a point where 6 pockets had gotten very
अरे
popular.
आदर,
Very
you are
large.
talking
उसमें हम लोग notebook
2004.
roll
Can you
करके
wait?
पेन के साथ ऐसे डालते थे
हाँ,
पैर के
हाँ.
बीच में.
Aadar, you're talking 2004. Wait, Baba, in this, we haven't turned
So
the
I'm talking
millennium.
only 20 years ago, not 30 years ago.
You've not even turned the millennium yet. Hold on. So, this was, so there would be an entire pile of bags that
Oh
would
my
be on the
God.
floor, and people are dancing, doing, dancing, or like, just like drinking. And also, the drinking couldn't be like you couldn't do a bingo, obvio. राइट बिकॉज क्या तू अभी इसके बाद कैम लेक्चर है तेरे को कैम तो तू कैसा जा.
अच्छा, तू इतना डिलीजेंट है कि फिर उसके बाद कॉलेज जाएगा वापस.
नहीं, कुछ लोग तो जा रहा था ना. अरे अगर तेरे को प्रैक्टिकल रहेगा तो तू क्या करेगा.
मैं प्रैक्टिकल बनूंगा
Wow.
और जो दिन
So-
प्रैक्टिकल है वो दिन नहीं जाऊंगा ना दोपहर में.
So
अगले
the
दिन
smartest,
जाऊंगा.
वरुण ठाकुर,
one second,
तू
Baba,
practical
Baba,
और
the
chemistry
smartest
दोनों same
time
day पे
to
नहीं कर
deal
सकता.
with hydrochloric acid is after you went to a club and possibly did underage drinking.
See, all of y'all are wrong.
That's
Because
the best way. क्या तू बनाएगा, हाइजेनबर्ग बन जाएगा क्योंकि उधर
y'all are talking. See, y'all are talking things like current age people, which is I will be practical and not go when I have practical.
Haha,
This is
yeah,
college
right.
time. This
Wow.
brain does not function like this. Number one. Two, Varun, Pragya, Kautuk, Aadar, Neha, इन लोग का
प्रज्ञा कौन?
बर्थडे को जो भी ये लोग का बर्थडे रैंडमली आता है ना.
Correct.
प्रैक्टिकल के दिन भी बर्थडे आ सकता है.
Bro,
तो हम लोग प्रज्ञा और प्रियंका का बर्थडे बनाने सोशल जा रहा है मैडनेस. अभी तू
But-
प्लान थोड़ी करेगा वो दिन प्रैक्टिकली.
but Baba, you know something? Like there must have been one person who got the two events confused, who was in the chem practical. And he's like, shut. Hydrochloric acid.
मान गया. उधर केमिस्ट्री टीचर देखे बोल, अरे ये क्या है, अरे मेरे
ये क्या है?
पे क्या करना.
ये पिपेट से उल्टा क्यों सके? ये पिपेट है, स्ट्रॉ नहीं है.
So yeah, I mean, it was crazy. Then You did. Then after that, you started getting permission. Some people didn't get permission. Some people were like,
Wait,
"Yeah,
so when you're
padhai
doing
karne-"
this, sorry to interrupt. I just want to know your age at this point. 18, 19.
No, this is 16, no? 15,
You're
16.
still 16. Ah, okay.
Yeah, this is 16, 17 tops. Like, madness became uncool when we turned 18. Because like now you don't
Madness
need
became pickup joint. Everything.
Yes.
You either
Everything
die
ends
a
up-
good nightclub or you
end
stay
up a
open
pickup
long enough
joint.
to become a pickup joint. ऐसे इतने ब्रो इधर देखो मालूम है
Bro, एक minute,
जुहू में एक
Rami
होटल है ना,
guest line.
रॉक बॉटम
Oh
रामी गेस्ट
God.
लाइन उसके नीचे एक
Rami
जगह है उसका
guest
नाम रॉक बॉटम है ब्रो एंड आई एम नॉट किडिंग I
It is,
have
it is
been there
rock
I have
bottom.
been there and I've seen few people
No, but
Okay.
one sec.
Which-
The
By
thing
the way,
about
you know
Rami,
it's become a
Be there.
comedy place now. Rock Bottom is now gone to a comedy club.
of course
I
it
have
has.
performed at Rock Bottom.
Of course it has.
what
No,
One
but
second,
the
one
thing,
second.
For 80 people at Rock Bottom.
you're right about this rock bottom, because the thing about this
rock bottom
this this Rami guest line, by the way, you know how in to paraphrase what you just said, which is you die a graceful nightclub, or you stay open long enough to become a pickup joint. Rami guest line has gone through that circle twice now.
Yes.
So you either you either close as a good pickup joint or stay open long enough to become an even better pickup joint.
Or stay open long enough to rise from the ashes again to be a disc.
Oh, it became a disc again.
Yeah, it became a club again, and then from club it became thing. Then they started this thing where Varun, you're going to love this, okay? And Kautuk, you're going to love the practicality of this, and Aadar, you're just going to be befuddled when I say this sentence, because what has happened is there was one transitionary period where Rami Guestline, I think, changed management, and they were like, guys, we're not going in the right direction, okay? Okay, and so they said, you know what? उन लोग ने किसी ने इंसाइट निकाला है और बोला है देख भाई J49 फिर एनिग्मा, फिर ऐसा 3-4 क्लब से पब्लिक 4 बजे सुबह कभी कर सकता था ना, 4-5 बजे, तो 4 बजे तो 5 बजे क्लब से तू निकल, सब लोग निकल रहा है और सब लोग जा किधर रहा है, अंधेरी वाया दिस बैक रोड, तो हम लोग खाना तभी सर्व करेगा, तो मिडनाइट के बाद midnight buffet at 199 rupees.
Wow.
Rami guest line has started. So,
Nothing says don't eat here than 199
hey,
rupees.
one sec. Hello, $199 in 1998 was a lot of money.
Not for a buffet.
Oh, अच्छा मेरे को लगा तो अभी बोल रहा है वो हो गया.
So
because it became one of those after party places also where
it's
किसी के पास कोई नहीं है ना, and you hit rock bottom, you actually physically go and you hit rock bottom there, then you look at the time, it's 6 o'clock and you're in a place called Rami Guest Line eating a 199 rupee buffet.
Yeah. But I'm saying again, this I mean, there are, and by the way, Rami Guest Line is a pejorative for all restaurants and clubs that have gone through this journey.
Yeah, guys, it's not.
Okay,
Yeah, this is not a sponsored
हर-
video
हर-
by Rami Guest Line.
हाँ.
I don't even
हर
think
क्लब
they
में एक
exist.
रामी गेस्ट लाइन होता है.
But
I don't
can
even-
can you imagine that one old hand who survived the first downturn, right? And then he saw the upturn again, and then slowly he
No,
was like, "हम
He
वापस
must
जा
have
रहे हैं."
started एकदम at the lowest. This, it just came in. वो
Yeah.
तभी ऐसे glass दे रहा था, and he stuck with them so long. अभी kingpin वो है.
So
एक वो होगा ही 100%.
So the thing about, so anyway, so from there you moved into nighttime clubbing, and nighttime clubbing, we didn't even call it nighttime clubbing. We called it still, let's go to a disc. Some people would take permission. Some people would go to their friend's house to study. Some
बहुत
people,
maths assignment हो रहे हैं.
I have lived at Varun's house for 150 days a year
without Varun knowing.
without Varun knowing.
parasite.
एक दिन आंटी का फोन आना चाहिए था. अरे वरुण, आदर का फोन नहीं लग रहा है तुम्हारे घर पे.
नहीं, एक बार क्या
मैं
हुआ,
उसको जून से मिला नहीं हूँ.
मैं गुजरात शो करने गया था. I went to do a show in Baroda or something, and शो का ग्रीन रूम ऐसा अंडरग्राउंड था, लाइक बेसमेंट में था ग्रीन रूम, एंड देन स्टेजेस अबव. तो किसी का फोन नहीं लग रहा है. My parents don't know that I have gone to Baroda to perform. They're calling Varun and asking कि आदर का है. आदर तो नहीं है.
अदर है ही नहीं.
लाइक ये भाग गया है. फिर ब्रिज को फोन कर रहे कि आदर ने बोला शो था, आई थॉट इट्स विद यू पीपल. दे फॉरगॉट के आई डू अदर व्हाटएवर, एंड एट दिस पॉइंट दे आर लाइक ये भाग गया है घर से.
Your
द
parents
वर्स्ट
didn't-
पॉसिबल.
no one told them you were at Rami gas line.
नो, इट्स गेटिंग पिक्ड अप.
At no rock bottom, चूतिया.
Bro, तू ये जो डे सोशल्स होते थे ना, where before night time clubbing for somebody who is 18 became a thing. When I was in junior college, I did that for 1 year. Okay, we went to this place in town, Fire and Ice.
FNI.
Oh yeah, fire nice. Yeah.
Fire and
FNI.
Ice.
Was this
ठीक
near
है,
Lower
और-
Parel somewhere?
Yeah, lower
And
Parel. और
polyester.
उसके बाजू में Velocity.
But
ठीक है, ये जो
But-
अच्छा, I think it's two fingers, something with two fingers and balloons show up.
no, but the thing about I'm going to do the whole podcast like this now, and then we'll check. But the thing about velocity or thing, Varun, you're talking about the FNI and velocity in town in Kalagoda, which then moved to Lower Parel in Palladium Mall, which was Fire and Ice.
It used to happen at Fire and Ice. I went to Velocity, which was in Lower Parel. ठीक है, तो हम लोग सब लोग गए, और अनलाइक बाबा's फ्रेंड हम लोग कॉलेज नहीं गए वो दिन कि भाई मैं लेक्चर अटेंड करके फिर बैग लेके जाऊंगा. हम लोग गए नहीं कॉलेज, हम लोग सीधा मिलेश वेलोसिटी पे. तो इधर ऐसे ट्रेन में धक्के खाते हुए मैं और मेरा दोस्त अंकित गए. ठीक है, और उसके पास बहुत ही कूल, his fashion was ahead of its time. He had these really cool slippers and he wore it. He's like, you know what, fuck, this is so cool. उधर गए ना तो रोक दिया कि चूतिया ओपन टू अलाउड नहीं है, तेरे को क्लोज ये चाहिए. तभी हम लोग ऐसे बाहर खड़े, मतलब चूतिया तेरे वजह से मैं भी नहीं अंदर जा पा रहा, ये वो क्या करे, घर जाए क्या. और तभी मतलब अगर उतने पैसे भी नहीं थे कि जाके जूता खरीद, अगर जूता खरीदा फिर अंदर पी नहीं सकते.
Yeah, yeah.
जो 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 हम लोग बेसिकली कॉफी डे में कैसे कॉफी के साथ करते हैं, हम लोग नाइट क्लब में जो दिन में जा रहे हैं बियर के साथ करते थे ब्रो.
Correct, हाँ.
वो बियर को इतना हम लोगों ने पी के वापस थूका है अंदर, वो पानी बन चुका है एक टाइम के बाद, उसका पूरा फेस वेस कार्बन सब निकल चुका है.
It is saliva
ठीक है?
now. It is
Yes,
effectively
it's
saliva.
literally you're having your own saliva, right? But it lasted you 2.5 hours and you didn't have to pay much, and every time you looked around there's a drink and you would just cheers with fucking everybody and act cool.
Oh,
So I
God.
couldn't do that because I'm with my friend outside. तो क्या करे, तो सामने एक कॉबलर बैठा था. हम उसके पास गए, ठीक है, उसको ये फैंसी चप्पल निकाल के दिखाया, बोला देखो ये 1500 रुपए का चप्पल है. ठीक है, वो टाइम पे 2001 की बात कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है, ये 1500 रुपए का चप्पल है, ये दे दो, उसके जगह पे आपका जूता पहनने दो. तो उसको पता लग रहा है कि ये प्रैंक है कि
तो क्या
ये
तू
कौन,
गिरवी रख के गया?
मेरे नहीं, अंकित के चप्पल.
हाँ,
और
तो रख
तो
के गए तुम
उसका,
लोग के.
हाँ उसको दिया, कॉबलर को दिया इसके चप्पल.
मेरे माँ के
उसका
कंगन.
उसका लेदर शू टाइप था ब्रो एक, जो ले लिया. नाउ हियर्स द किकर, ले तो लिया है लेकिन उसका जूता फिट नहीं हो रहा है बिकॉज उसका साइज छोटा है और अंकित का पैर बड़ा है. तो उसने ऐसा डाला है, ये पीछे का जो है उसको दबा के, इट्स बिकम लाइक वन ऑफ दोस, यू नो, दोस मोकाजिन टाइप स्लिप ऑन.
Oh no,
लिटरली,
Uggs
ठीक
type,
है.
हाँ.
And with what he was wearing, it wasn't going. Okay, but we had to get inside the club. Bro, he's gone in और chill will कर रहा है because उसका फैशन इतना अच्छा था. थोड़े लोग बोलते, hey, cool shoes man.
But Thakur, you know something? When you started the part about the cobbler, I genuinely thought you
कि
guys
वो
went to the
उसको cover
cobbler.
करो.
Yeah, and you asked him to cover it.
इसमें
Even
कुछ
I
सिलवा
thought.
दो.
No, bro. Are you
Even I
mad?
thought that. Even I
No,
thought
no.
that.
कि अपना
ठीक,
महंगा
उधर बैठ के
चप्पल
जूता बना
destroy.
है ब्रो.
हाँ,
लेकिन
कि आप
man
खाली
of his
toes को
word,
कवर कर दो. Toe cover
4
करना
घंटे
है.
बाद जब हम वापस बाहर निकले, एक बियर पी के ड्रंक होने की एक्टिंग करके, ठीक है, वी थॉट ये तो चला गया होगा. बैठे थे अंकल,
हाँ.
दिया उसने वापस चप्पल, लिया अपना जूता और फिर उसको ऊपर से थोड़ा दिया, और दैट वाज आवर
Next
फर्स्ट
thing you know,
फर्स्ट
Uncle has
सोशल.
started a juta rental service
Yeah.
next to the nightclub. It's like this is good business proposition.
But the thing is, after this, once you started night clubbing, and once you started going to discs and all that in the evening thing, then I mean, I remember a time where Bombay was, you were 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning at bandstand, nobody stopped you.
वो कभी बंद नहीं होने वाला है इधर.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying, no, cops are still stopping you. Like on bandstand and all, you can't be driving or parked at bandstand at 6 o'clock or even at Marine Drive or whatever.
Marine
right?
Drive
Like,
and also you can.
you
हाँ,
can't.
उठाते हैं, डंडा मार के उठाते हैं. हाँ.
So, I mean, this is at that point when of the
वो
year, right? So you
लिबरलाइजेशन
would
के उसमें थोड़ा ऐसा बहक गए थे
so
तभी.
so what would
But चल
happen
रहा है
is
ना, there's a
people would
bill that is to make Bombay an over like a full
24-hour
night
city.
24
Yeah.
24-hour city. हाँ.
So the thing about no, but they're planning to only do it in certain sections of the city rather than trying to make the
अबे
entire
ये 10 साल से प्लान चल रहा है बे इनका.
So
हाँ
anyway,
बता बाबा.
irrelevant. The point was that people would go club hopping, and in between the clubs, they would try to figure out how to change the stamp. तो वो जो स्टैंप मिलता था ना, हर जगह पे जाके तेरे को ऐसा एंट्री फी नहीं भरने का ना, तो ऐसा आज वेलोसिटी का स्टैंप पे ऐसा सर्कल और वी है, दूसरे जगह पे एफएनआई का स्टैंप पे कुछ और था. तो पीपल वुड देन जस्ट डू लाइक व्हाटएवर विद स्वेट और स्पिट और व्हाटएवर, जस्ट ब्लर इट आउट, सो देन इट्स जस्ट वन ब्लू कलर स्टैंप. So people would घुसाओ from one club to the next with, hey, this is the common stamp that I got in club 1. Okay, and it didn't matter. So
Dude, when I was at university, this blew
Clever.
my mind. ये तू बोल रहा है, this is like now you're relying on the what do you call it? The dumbness of the
Discretion of the
bouncer
doorman. हाँ.
on the in the other club, right? Like after a point he'll realize that bencho 50 लोग वही ऐसे लेके आ रहे हैं, नहीं जाने दूंगा. मैं जब यूनिवर्सिटी में था वहां पर I made some friends with some Indian people, but born and brought up in the UK itself. तो ड्यूरिंग क्रिसमस ब्रेक मेरे सब जो मेन क्रू है सब चले गए वापस. ठीक है, मैं अकेला हूँ एकदम. तो मैं इन लोगों को फोन किया, इनके साथ गया ना. दीज गाइस वर प्रीटी वेल टू डू. ठीक है, और मैं उधर स्टूडेंट बजट पे कि आज खाऊं कि नहीं खाना, यू नो क्या है सीन. अरे आज क्लब जा रहे, तो आज मैं खुद ही घर पे कुछ कर लेता हूँ, क्योंकि फिर वो मेरे 2 ड्रिंक और मिल जाएंगे मुझे अंदर पीने में. वो वाले इस पे करके आ रहा हूँ. दीज गाइस आर फकिंग लोडेड. So I go to their house, we all pre-game, do this, that, and I thought, as a gesture, I'll take like a bottle from my side. तो मैं ऐसे जेमसन लेके गया. Oh fuck, I love जेमसन. ये वो बोतल was used 3 days later when there was no alcohol there, because these guys are all gold label type people. ना भाई, ये तो खतरनाक लोग हैं. So and उसके थोड़े cousins आए हुए थे US से. So I said, what's the plan tonight? So they have said we are going to these 5 clubs. 5. So I said, okay. और ऐसे 10 बजे है. मतलब कब? उसने बोला ना, वी आर लीविंग नाउ, 11 o'clock वी स्टार्ट, 11 to 5 वी आर डूइंग 5 डिफरेंट क्लब्स. तो मैं हाँ हाँ बोल रहा हूँ. फिर सोचा गिन रहा हूँ, 10 पाउंड एंट्री, इधर 50 पाउंड, फिर दारू पीऊंगा, ये पैसे आ रहे कहाँ से? आई एम नॉट गोना आस्क देम टू पे फॉर मी, ऑल्दो आई वांटेड, बट देन आई वाज होपिंग दैट हैपेंड. ब्रो, गेट दिस, वी हैव गॉन टू क्लब 1, वी पेड देयर. ठीक है, वी गॉट इन 1 स्टैम्प इज्जत से. उसके बाद द 4 डिफरेंट क्लब्स वी वेंट टू, we didn't have to get a stamp. Guess why? Because in the larger Bristol area, there was one stamping wala place that would get stamps made for different clubs. They have every single iteration of the stamp that has been taken, which they keep in their on their person. तो एक बंदा या बंदी जाएगा, इज्जत से पैसे भर के स्टैम्प देखेगा, और बाकी 12 लोग वो स्टैम्प लेके अपने हाथ पे मारेंगे. हम लोग 14 लोग, we were 14 of us, and we have paid a total of only 40 pounds, which was one stamp per club we were paying for. So 40 pounds, but 14 people have gone to 5 different clubs. Can you fucking believe that?
Source से चोरी करने का.
This is classic.
ये respectable झोल है. This is like
but the funny part is they were only doing it for the kicks. They were all rich as fuck. Yeah. They could pay for 20 more people, but for kicks, hey, we want to do it. They've gone and done it.
No,
but it doesn't end there.
Middle class.
Bro, it doesn't end there. At the 4th club, I'm at the bar trying to get a drink. One of the dudes comes to me. He's like, bro, don't move. Don't do anything. Just spread your arms. I was like that on the bar, right? ऐसे था मैं. So he said, just spread your arms. He's behind me. He said, don't move, don't turn around. Just do what I say. Just spread your arms. तो मैं हाथ ऐसे था ना पहले. फिर थोड़ा हाथ मैंने ऐसा किया. Bro, उसने यहाँ से हाथ डाला, आगे बॉटल ले लिया और disappeared into the crowd. He took a bottle of Hague from the bar. I was at the bar, bartender turn होके वो कुछ कर रहा है. इसने literally मेरे पीछे, मालूम है improv में खेलते कि एक यहाँ से हाथ आता है, वो गेम में उसने ऐसा करके ले लिया है, and he has fucked off. और मैं ऐसे ही खड़ा हूँ.
नाम तेरे पे आएगा ना?
नहीं, क्यों आएगा?
नहीं आएगा ना, वो तो उधर ही खड़ा है.
मैं तो खड़ा हूँ, मैंने कुछ किया ही नहीं.
हाथ तो वरुण के बॉडी के पीछे से निकला.
अबे तो मेरी क्या गलती है? अबे मतलब करने के लिए कुछ भी कर सकते थे. It was a busy night, so that guy probably didn't see.
Wow.
Bro, I love.
Again, they could afford all of this.
Yeah. I mean, and
Oh.
the fact that they're doing money heist level chori is that they were doing it for kicks.
But you
Because
know
Yeah,
the
let's
thing
not
is,
give them
and
more credit.
but
Money heist level कुछ नहीं चल रहा है यहाँ पे.
I get the thing because I was in a part of it. I saw it happen. लेकिन मैंने after saw it happen, मैं fuck यार मजा आएगा. अगले बार मैं भी करूंगा.
हम्म.
तूने
नहीं
किया
मेरे
क्या?
नहीं,
साथ.
हिम्मत नहीं है लेकिन हम लोग में. We should
नहीं नहीं होता.
अबे मैं
नहीं
पकड़े
होता.
जाऊंगा. वो यूनिवर्सिटी के इस पे कुछ आ
Visa
जाएगा मेरे को
cancel,
No,
नहीं.
deported.
let me tell you a story about how getting entry into a club went horribly wrong. Okay, so this happened basically. So me and some friends were out. Again, same thing, right? Went to one place, then we wanted to go to a second place, but cash was trapped. Right now, this was a club that was inside a bigger hotel. Okay, so this friend of mine, he says, "Ki bro, I know one way to get into this club, and it is through the hotel." Okay, तो मैं एक काम करता हूँ. I'll go inside the hotel, get inside the club, and then get you guys in. Okay, or at least tell you the way to get in. So we said, cool. So we're waiting outside. This guy and another friend have gone inside the hotel. Okay, they've walked through the reception. They've gone up the elevator and everything, and they're trying to figure out how to come back down and into the club. Now, as they're walking around, clearly they're walking around in some way that doesn't look like it's normal. It doesn't look like it's right. Doesn't look like it should happen at all, right? So, as they're walking through the corridors, right, being the way that they were, just something about them was just a red flag. So, some guy, a security guard, has stopped them. Okay, and he has asked them, "Sir, may I just ask you which room you're staying in?" So the guy says, my friend says, very confidently looks at the guy and he says, yeah, 503. And the guy says, "Sir, what are you doing in this hotel?" He says, "I'm living here." "What is your number?" 503. He says, "Sir, this building has 4 floors."
4 floors.
Okay.
Always 20 कुछ बोलना चाहिए. 5.
तो इसको पकड़ा है. Okay, they've taken out, who the fuck are you? Where have you come from? Why were you inside? और इसको बजाया है. Okay, and he's gotten beaten up. He couldn't do anything because there were 3 bouncers there, right? And they've thrown him out of the thing, right? And we're all like, "Kya hua?" So he's like, "Batata hu," right? And so as we're going back, right? This is such pure male mentality. He's like, "Bro, मेरे को बहुत मारा, but today for the first time I feel like a man. That I can take a beating and it didn't break me." I was like,
one
okay.
second. First of all, they didn't beat him properly.
Exactly.
Yeah. कि वो खड़ा होके तेरे को स्टोरी बता रहा है और when you're fine enough to go, रुक जा बाद में बताता हूँ. You've not been beaten up properly.
So anyway, just one thing I want to say, in all of this, the biggest trial and tribulation in these 12 club visits were for me were the fact that I just don't drink. So for me, while everyone is clamoring for whatever free alcohol, somebody shouting shots, trying to drink from somebody else's glass that is there, all of this they've all done.
That's out of necessity because
Yes.
how many times have you just gone picked up glass? Anybody?
But
Yeah.
can you
Just
imagine
leave-
someone picking up Thakur's glass and going like, "Fuck, ये तो saliva है."
छी,
अबे वो उठा नहीं सकता क्योंकि मेरे हाथ से कभी मैंने रखा ही नहीं है.
छोड़ा ही नहीं है वो.
भाई देखो मालूम है 16 साल की उम्र में दोपहर के अंदर क्लब के अंदर जाके तेरे हाथ में बियर लेके तो ऐसे दिखा रहे वो टाइम पे क्या कूल लगता था वो. आई एम स्टूपिड नाउ बट वो टाइम पे भाई मैं बियर खरीदा. अब बॉर्डर बियर में ऐसे नहीं आया सिर्फ नाचने
Because
इधर.
that's the thing, right? You want to look like you're older at that point, and
Yeah.
now you go to the club because you want to look younger.
I don't go to the club.
I
Yeah,
empathize with Neville because my entire 20s were without alcohol. To the
And
point
now
where
his
Thakur
entire
explained
30s
to
are
me, to the point where Thakur had to explain to me कि urinal के ऊपर वो जो ledge होता है.
Hey bro, yuck.
कि मैं
ये मैं
सोचता
बोलूंगा
था वो-
ये मैं बोलूंगा क्योंकि तेरे ऊपर है. तू उसको जस्टिस नहीं करेगा. गाइस
क्या?
हम लोग किधर कोई तो या तो शादी पे थे या तो कोई पार्टी पे थे कुछ किधर तो ठीक है. देयर वाज अल्कोहल इन्वॉल्व, देयर वाज म्यूजिक डांसिंग. हम लोग किधर तो थे. हाँ
And clearly, Also a urinal inward.
Yeah,
हायत
so
हायत क्या कही था हाँ
we both gone to the toilet. ठीक है.
Oh,
और
no.
अभी तो ऐसे यूरिनल पे खड़ा है. तो ये हाइट पे there was like a small wooden like
Ledge.
ledge above each urinal. ठीक
शेल्फ
है.
छोटा शेल्फ टाइप
हाँ, छोटा
मिनी
shelf, that's the word, shelf. इतना छोटा
Yeah.
सा shelf था, right above the urinal. So you're peeing there and the shelf is there. Aadar looks at me. He's like, यार इन लोग कितना thoughtful है. फोन रखने के लिए जगह दी है. फोन रखने के लिए जो तेरे जेब में भी हो सकता है, लेकिन आदर का फर्स्ट और उधर मेरा ग्लास पड़ा है.
और मैं उसको बोल रहा हूँ कि why would somebody put their phone there when you could just put it in your pocket?
Oh,
But तू ग्लास लेके क्यों गया मूतने को?
but that's
Because
when
you don't want your
पीते पीते
you
गया
don't want
था
to
ना.
leave your drink, na. People can mix shit or whatever, so you want to have your drink with you.
You finish your drink and then you get another glass.
Hey, do
अरे,
you
but
drink?
sometimes you want to
Do
go
you
to the
drink?
toilet midway through,
I
na.
drink a lot of Coke Zeros.
हाँ, देखा है. बाबा is
Good.
that guy. Whenever we've gone for anything, या तो किसी का बर्थडे है, कुछ भी पार्टी है, ये वो सबसे पहले इधर जाके पकड़ को तू क्या चाहिए? अरे मेरे को टकीला, मुझे विस्की, मुझे वोडका, मुझे जिन. बाबा मैं खाना मंगाया है अभी. ठीक है. तो सबसे पहले ऐसे खाना जाता है और एक कोक का कैन लेके बैठा रहता है बाबा. और फिर पूरा टाइम अभी कभी निकलूं क्यों बोला है? तेरे 12 बजे तक रुकने की जरूरत है क्या?
no,
देखो मैं
Bawat does what is known as the minimum amount of time that he has to stay at the party, right? Before like
Yeah.
it before if you leave
Bro.
before that time, it's rude. And
Sumukhi's Diwali party, I have stayed way longer than needed.
but don't
मैं इसको
mention don't
मैं
mention
बाबा
one
को
party
जाने ही
where
नहीं
you
दिया.
have
Yeah.
नो, द रीजन ही स्टेट इज बिकॉज मैंने इसको लिटरली जाने ही नहीं दिया. एंड में भी ये कैसे गया मेरे को मालूम नहीं. मैंने इसको जाने
Because
नहीं
by
दिया.
the end, too, you weren't cognizant enough to know
नहीं
अगर ये बाबा है नहीं.
नहीं ठाकुर ठीक था
हाँ.
मैं
हमेशा
और
ठीक है. देखो मालूम है, मैंने अभी एक ये पढ़ा दैट यू नो पीपल हु लीव विदाउट सेइंग बाय एट पार्टीज, यू नो व्हेन यू स्नीक आउट.
the Irish exit.
No, so in France it's called the English exit. In
Exactly.
England it's
English
called
is
the
called
French exit. And in America it's called the Irish goodbye. So, and in India it's called cultish.
Culti.
Cultish. So if you people who don't say bye and leave save 2 days worth of time
what?
every year.
In their
Go
lifetime.
extra. हाँ.
No, every
dude.
year he's saying.
The thing that I
नहीं,
hate the
lifetime
most.
नहीं actually.
The thing that I hate the most is I have this horrible problem that every time I exit a party, right, I have like I can't seem to exit smoothly. So what happens to me is that I'm that guy who does chal bye. Okay, and I shake everyone's hand. Then someone catches me, and then we have a conversation, right? And it lasts just long enough that you need to say bye again. Like, chal bye. Final time, chal nikal rao. And then someone catches me, and then it lasts
But
just that
also,
long.
this is one rookie mistake you're doing. You have to start
Yeah.
at the back of the room. Okay?
I
And
understand.
then you go. No. See, the problem with you is that when that person comes to talk to you, you give a fuck. Now that is where
Yeah.
you're going wrong.
I see what you mean.
Shouldn't give a fuck.
निकलना है. Sorry, निकलना है.
So
Next time.
not even निकलना. You just
So how does it-
bye. See you.
How-
हाँ
how
सर
does
मैं आ रहा हूँ और निकल जाने का.
No, but this is the thing about Kautuk.
but that's-
I was
that's-
talking to a couple of other comedians yesterday, and they mentioned the same thing. Kautuk genuinely takes an interest in whoever is talking to him. There is like Kautuk is that human being. When you start talking to Kautuk, you tell him कि Kautuk मेरा ये हुआ. अच्छा ऐसा हुआ क्या तेरा? Kautuk is that guy.
But
Yeah.
that is Kautuk's fault. I don't see this as a good quality. You know what I'm saying? It's making him suffer. You don't get it. This curiosity of other people, interest in other people's lives, empathetic responses. It's a problem.
So that brings us to the first. That brings us to the first fact of the show.
Holy shit.
Oh no. We're back to the fact of the
45 मिनट हो गए.
About narcissist, it's called a pessimist bar. Japan actually has a pessimist bar.
अरे
ये
बाबा
बार में जाएगा.
बाबा जाइए.
मैं वहां पे जो भी जाएगा, मैं जिधर भी, मैं जैसे ही जाएगा ना वो बार में, और मैं जो भी मंगाएगा वो नहीं रहेगा.
which is how the drinks are named. The drinks are named
Asli.
on my word. This is an actual drink name. on my birthday, my mom sent me a melon from the countryside, and I didn't have the heart to tell her that I don't really like melon very much. That is the
Hilarious.
name of
You know,
Aunt
this would be great if it was read in Alan Arkin's voice. Right? Like it should be, or not even Alan Arkin, sorry. Who's the guy who plays Snape? What's his face?
Oh, Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
In Alan
Hmm.
Rickman's voice, when he plays Marvin
We
the
try.
paranoid android, he should just be read like, oh, what's the point? Just get over it.
Hmm.
That's the thing, वो pessimist बार में जाके कोई दारू भी नहीं मंगा रहा, बोला कि क्या फायदा फिर दारू पीने का,
Correct.
और अगर
नहीं,
मंगाया तो
दारू
भी
तो
वेटर नहीं
चाहिए
आ रहा
ना।
है, तो like क्या फायदा काम करने का.
Bro, alcohol has this.
Every time I
Is
call,
this-
nobody comes.
Bro, so tell me, this is like a thematic pessimistic बात कि क्या है उसके
Yeah,
अंदर,
yeah, yeah.
असली है क्या? So it's like a speakeasy type situation.
Yeah, kind of. So it's just the idea is that you're just everybody pessimists of the world unite, basically. And like, I think there should be, I'm sure that there are other theme bars which are for like people who are there's antisocial people, antisocial bar.
Bro,
An
Actually,
antisocial
there is
bar
a
is
bar
called
called
home, Aadar.
antisocial.
An antisocial bar is called home.
yeah.
And
No,
yeah.
because you know, like you'll find nowadays a lot of speakeasies across India में अभी तक एक हाथ खुला होगा, but when you बाहर जाएगा ना, there's such fucking cool like thematic speakeasy bars where the idea is essentially that it's not a like a commercial full blown bar, ऐसे 150 लोग अंदर है, वैसा नहीं होने वाला. तेरे होंगे 25-50 लोग का टेबल. They'll have really like kick-ass cocktails. Each of the place will have a theme. So London में we went to this place called Rooms by the Hour. Okay, मतलब literally
This is a hotel decent situation.
Hotel, yeah, hotel decent, chaddar badlu hotel, but उधर भारत है Rooms by the Hour. So for that, it's in Soho. So it's not some ऐसे कोई गली गुपचे में, ठीक है? So you go to this place in Soho. It's a restaurant first. Then they ask you whether you want to go to the restaurant or you want to go to
the room.
speakeasy, which is
Oh.
which is niche underground, and they literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 booths and one area which is for the bartender. And your booth is literally तो अंदर जाएगा ऐसे, तो मालूम है वो ट्रेन कंपार्टमेंट कैसे पर्दा टाइप होता है, ऐसे पर्दा खुलेगा, बीच में कैसे बूथ है, 2 to 3 people can sit on either side. And they have a TV. The bartender comes, he takes you through the cocktails. Many times he'll ask you what you're feeling like, what sort of taste, some memories, some thoughts, your likes, dislikes, and they just make one for you.
Some memory.
Yeah, anything. They will take any part of your personality. Like, like I want to make a cocktail, drink a cocktail that makes me think of this.
ये थोड़ा horoscope type लग रहा है.
अरे पटेली है ये सब, पटेली है.
This is their give me a suggestion. Yes and उसके बाद
वो
नहीं, हम लोग actually scene करते हैं based on that. Like
ये भी
it's just like,
बना रहा है ना based on that.
अबे ये पब्लिक improv करके cocktail बनाते हैं and you pretend to like it because you pay 20 pounds. So you're like venture ना बोलूंगा तो मैं चूतिया लगूंगा.
Yeah, this does taste exactly like my childhood. I remember this exact feeling of gin.
But bro, this is
आप तो ratatouille है sir.
This is where it changes. It becomes thematic. What is the theme? What is the name of the place? Rooms by the hour. Right? So, but they're not letting, no, you can't sit and fucking have sex there. But to make the vibe, they have a small screen on which is playing vintage porn.
Oh no.
ठीक है, तो मैं निकिता, मेरे बचपन का दोस्त कुशल, उसकी बीवी ने, तो हम लोग जाके बैठे अंदर और ऐसे बटन चालू किया तो चल रहा है. When I say porn, it's not some censored fucking pixelated, none of that. It is straight up porn. There's and it you're like, oh shit, ये क्या चालू हो गया, चल change करते हैं, बैठ के porn नहीं देखना है, right? change किया तो we didn't. I thought that was the button to put it off, but the channel change basis how many times you press it. No, yeah. So it goes to the other movie that is playing. So there's an Andy Warhol fucking porno that he had made in the 70s. There is gay porn from the fucking mid 70s, early 80s. And dude is giving fellatio and that's bang on the screen.
I like how Thakur can classify all of this by the decade. Like he's just like ये तो 70s का है. नहीं, this was late 70s, early 80s.
It's the quality of light.
Yeah.
This is one thing that we've not done. We've not done. We did all our nostalgia movies through the decades. This is one
Yeah,
thing we've not
and
touched upon yet.
Thakur is sitting there going like, this is from 18th March 1975.
In this period, Hazel had a very productive
Bro,
month this
मैं
year.
तेरे को तुम लोग मजाक उड़ा रहे हो. फिल्म स्टडीज में जाके तो ये करेगा ना, and analyzing from like a vintage perspective and to see the
Yeah.
time it was made in, and this
Just-
reflects that.
Judging by the lack of manscaping, I feel.
This is 85. This is
yeah.
a trend in 85 where they made an arrow out of your out of the hair and your.
No, it was
But
the
did you get
cocktail
it
was
off?
actually
Did you
good.
switch it off eventually?
हाँ, मतलब एक टाइम के बाद हम लोग चारों बैठ
Did
के
you get
porn
off?
थोड़ी देखने वाले. No. नहीं, वो बंद किया. But तो ऐसा था. फिर हम लोग एक और ऐसे स्पीक इजी पे गए, which is called Mr. Fox. Okay, now they have 8 different
Fox.
speakeasies all across, and each is different. One is Mr. Fogg's investigative agency. The entire theme is based on fucking like an investigative
Please tell
agency.
me there is an
detective
actual
agency.
fox behind the bar.
Abhi,
You
Fog
pay
or
him 40 pounds to make a drink.
Fogs.
Oh, Mr. Fogg.
अबे जिधर मैं तेरे को बुला रहा था ना आदर, जब तू अनलिमिटेड
हाँ.
साके पीने गया था.
तो
हाँ,
unlimited
तो
sake
बहुत
पिया?
मजा है.
Unlimited sake पीने गए.
नहीं, sushi. We went to a like Michelin sushi place, but they had a unlimited day.
अनलिमिटेड साकेत क्या था तू दिल्ली में?
Saket.
इधर साकेत ही है पूरा.
Bottomless sushi. Sushi never really has a bottom. I've never seen sushi with a closed bottom like a burrito.
बट तुम्हारे फेवरेट बार्स बताइए.
Like Baba is done.
हाँ, सो
These
जा.
are conversations that happen when you are drunk, Baba. Please get used to it.
Bro,
I was looking like he's got a hangover.
by the way, Baba,
Yeah.
here's another. Don't put your.
Oh,
Bol.
by the way, hangover. Hangover. Do you know where hangover comes from?
Yes.
The
Vic-
Salman Khan
Phillips.
song.
Surprisingly, Baba. ठीक है, बाबा बता कहाँ से.
हाँ, एक मिनट, तेरे को हैंगओवर क्या, वापस बता.
The etymology of hangover is basically what used to happen is that when sailors and
When they came to J49.
in Juhu from the beach,
सीधा बीच से उतर के.
when sailors docked in thing and you know how the stereotype that sailors drink a lot, so they would spend all their money drinking, right? And it was about a pence or a shilling to the cheap to actually find an accommodation. But what was the accommodation? The accommodation was that in the bar or outside these things there were ropes hanging. जैसे हम लोग कपड़े सुखाते हैं, there were ropes hanging, and you would just plonk yourself on it like that, and you would go to sleep because you were drunk, and it would cost a pence or a shilling.
Yeah, it was called a 2-penny hangover. So 1 penny to get drunk, 1 penny for the rope.
No. So they would spend almost every last penny drinking and would keep 1 penny for the hangover, which is what they called it. And
But
so,
that's cool, but also so impractical. Like zameen pe so na.
nahin, you take more space when you sleep on the zameen, right? So here you're standing and you are just leaning on a thing and you've gone to sleep.
So you're hung over.
No,
Oh my God.
I got.
But I
No,
feel
you
like.
understand what I mean. When like kapde are, and then you're hung, and in the morning that's why you feel bad because सुबह वो rope काट देता था. It's not like देखो उठा रहा है. They're just cutting the rope.
No, if you woke
गिर
The
जाए.
40 drunks are just falling on the floor.
no, if you
धर, 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 धर.
would wake you up, if you did not wake up, they would cut the thing. But the point is the hangover definition came as a result, and what would also happen, the headache symptomatically obviously was
Yeah, that happens when you cut the rope.
तू शराब पी रहा है और फिर तू ऐसे सो रहा है.
I bet you 7 out of 10 of those hangovers after being cut also just plonked on the ground and continued sleeping.
Continued sleeping.
It's like
Yeah.
ये देख
ठीक है.
मैं अभी लेट के सो रहा हूँ. You taking more space. This was
And-
worth 4 pence.
And that's where the concept of motels came. कि भाई अभी ये वैसे भी सो रहा है तो इसके इधर एक डाल देते हैं सस्ते वाला. Okay, let's start a motel.
He has hit rock bottom. That's where rock bottom came.
तो हम ये बोल रहे हैं कि रामी गैस लाइन पायरेट्स ने बना है.
हाँ उधर भी it's called guest का line, so guest line उधर ही line पे ही तो guest तो
इस पे मस्त है कंस्पिरेसी थ्योरी बना के ये कर दे, डिड पायरेट्स एक्चुअली स्टार्ट रामी गैस लाइन, और ये अपन डेफिनेटिव प्रूफ देते हैं। हाँ, हैंगओवर तेरी
Also,
Hey guys,
songs,
आंखों
man,
का।
is
guys,
the number of songs that Yo-Yo Honey Singh has created an entire career out of Hangover and Daru.
Oh yeah, intense
हाँ,
Daru.
It's him and Jagjit Singh.
is but very different type of दारू।
But so right now we've
जगजीत सिंह के
spoken.
दारू में सब पी के ऐसे रो रहे हैं, हनी सिंह
Oh,
के
Shiva.
दारू में सब नाच रहे हैं।
But Thakur, that's just a thing about what period of the alcohol drinking are they talking about? Because alcohol does that, na, ki the first period of drinking is everyone loves me, and second period is nobody loves me.
Yeah,
That's it. Those are
that's
two fucking
true.
things.
okay,
That's
also
true.
just one more thing I want to say about Hangover is that about this thing is folklore. Huh? Before anybody starts commenting us in the chat, it's actually folklore. The real definition of how hangover came to be is probably just word etymology of saying that it is an after effect of alcohol, and therefore it is thing. This hangover being is one of those what is it called, urban legends
And it
that
sounds way more colorful and memorable.
yes,
But
which is why it makes for great storytelling. Can I also do while I'm
which
talking?
is why after that the next thing that they do, if hangover से तरह help नहीं हुआ, is hair of the dog। मालूम है क्या?
Hmm.
कि
हाँ,
तू
नहीं.
तू
Everyone has
इतना,
their own hair of their dog. Huh?
या hair of the dog is तू पी के सोया, अगले दिन से भी सुबह को उठा ना, तू अपने हैंगओवर को फाइट कर रहा है और दारू पी के।
Hmm.
तो पब्लिक बियर पीता है, अलग अलग इसमें अलग है, बट इट्स कॉल्ड हेयर ऑफ द डॉग, यू ड्रिंक टू गेट आउट ऑफ the hangover, which might sound counterintuitive, but
हाँ.
it's not. I call it FIJC, SYJC, FIBMM, SYBMM, and TYBMM,
And
where our body had this amazing, plant inside where I could drink the night before, wake up the next day, fucking as if nothing happened, attend college, finish college, go and drink again, and then wake up again.
and
That being
Varun, that
said,
was
we are not promoting underage drinking.
No, no, this was after I was 18.
also no. I just want to say I used to. This is the same with me and work. I used to be able to work 48 hours straight, and
But
now if
Baba
I'm
was having more fun.
Yeah.
me, I love the work that I used to do at that point.
okay, so now here are some other just facts about alcohol and things like that. Okay, so the first one is this: key. There was a point in time in the Middle Ages in Europe, okay, where beer was safer to drink than water.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a London problem.
Okay. So beer was safer because the alcohol used to kill germs. Now, because it was safer, therefore a lot of monasteries were brewing beer to drink. Okay, so a lot of monasteries at that point in time were not just monasteries, they were monastery cum bar.
Yeah.
So,
And that's how Dulali began.
तो पब्लिक प्रे करने को और दारू पीने को एक जगह जा रहा है. Okay,
But
so
also बच्चों को पिलाते थे उस time.
yeah, no, and people
Little
are
children, like toddlers, were there was a beer that was slightly lesser in alcohol content, which was given to children instead of water, because the water
yes.
could give them
Or
God knows what disease.
Same,
or as it's called parenting in the 80s and 90s, कि जब
but
बच्चा सो रहा नहीं है ना, ऐसे एक ब्रांडी में डाल के ऐसे एक एक इतना सही, और बच्चा पास आउट।
but Thakur, can
But
you
also
imagine?
monastery में wine बन रहा होगा ना, that must be the drink of choice.
So beer,
नहीं
apparently
बियर।
beer and wine. So
Ah,
like here's the thing, right? So first you go in to drink, right? And then once you get the hangover, you pray to God that it ends. Right? So the thing is ki now here's a fun fact, okay, about
hmm.
this idea of monasteries and wine and beer. So there was this one particular monastery where they were making wine. Okay, now the problem with this wine was that every time they would try to make this wine, there would be fucking bubbles in it. Okay, so they told this one particular monk, okay, he was a Benedictine monk. They told him, ki, hey, listen, try to get these bubbles out of the wine, right? The guy has this beer, okay, he has this wine, and he loves it so much. He's like, guys, I'm sipping stars. Okay. And he, in fact, didn't take out the bubbles. In fact, he refined the process of putting the bubbles into the wine. That monk's name was Dom Perignon.
Carry on. Arey bro, I told you the story. I actually went when I was in Paris. We went to the French the palace in the middle. So the actual thing of this was that this monk, when they were bottling the wines and keeping, one way of sealing the top was using wax, bee wax. But some of the bee wax would sort of trickle in and go and fall into wine. And whatever chemical process would take would start making it bubbly.
Huh.
So once that happened, he's like, fuck it. I want to see why it's becoming bubbly. What is happening? तो उसने खोल के फिर पिया. And he got it to the then king's younger brother, who was a full party animal. And this guy has had it. He's like, bro, ये बाप है, मेरे को यही चाहिए. बना. तो फिर वो उधर जाके बना के चंपाक में वैसा बना है.
Yeah. And he was the area he was from was Champagne.
Champagne, yeah.
So now, here's the interesting thing about bubbles, okay, about carbonation. So the interesting thing about carbonation is that it's actually what it's producing is pain, okay, on your tongue. So, but the thing is that, and here's the thing. So no one's been able to figure this out. Like it's actually it's triggering your pain receptors in the brain, indicating that we should turn away from it. But for some reason, we turn towards it. We're like, थोड़ा और डालना है इसमें, थोड़ा bubble आना चाहिए, thumbs up होना चाहिए.
No, this is the same thing with spice also, no? Finding something spicy is not the taste.
Painful.
It's actually your tongue, I think, reacting to specific chemicals in that thing that you've eaten, which you said correctly. Your body should actually tell you go away from it. लेकिन evolution, नहीं, खाइश.
ऐसा वो scalp में ऐसा पसीना आना चाहिए.
And that's how hot ones was made.
स्कैल्प में पसीना आना चाहिए, मेरा साइनस क्लियर होना चाहिए, सर्दी खांसी मलेरिया सब चला जाना चाहिए. सो यस.
और उसके साथ पाइल्स.
क्या हो रहा है ये? What kind of nightclub is this? What kind of bar?
Okay, last fun fact about alcohol. Okay, and this is also, it's crazy how like alcohol led to a scientific discovery. Okay, so basically here's what happened. So in Denmark, there was this one particular laboratory. Okay, they were trying to create the world's best beer. Okay, and the problem was that no matter how they did it, no matter what they did, they couldn't make a beer that was better than the beer that was found in Germany. Okay, so they caught this scientist, right? And this guy's name was Soren Sorensen. Okay, they told him, ki, Soren, you got to figure out ki, why is it?
Is there a more Danish name than Soren?
Is there a more low effort name? Mr. Sorensen, what do you want to name your son? I'm Sorensen, he's my son. So, Soren's son. Are you absolutely sure? Yes. What about Vlad, Igor, Damien, Matthias? No.
Sorensen.
Sorensen.
And this is my daughter, Soren daughter.
Soren daughter.
Sorry, son. Sorensen.
So anyway, so they signed Sorensen to Germany, and they were like, bata kya scene hai udhar? So he came back and he's like, sorry guys, we can't do anything. क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम है ना कि वो लोग का जो टेस्ट आ रहा है ना वो पानी से आ रहा है.
पानी आ रहा है, हाँ, वाटर.
ओके, तो उनका वाटर थोड़ा अलग है हमारे वाटर से, तो हम नहीं compete कर सकते. So they're like, Soren,
Soren तुला मारेन.
तू figure out कर कि कैसे बनाएंगे. So Soren then starts to work, and then he invents the pH scale. Okay, the pH scale is where you figure out whether something is acidic or basic.
Yeah.
Right? And he was able to then figure out what is the acidity level of the pH level of the water, and try to figure out how to make the water similar to Germany. Now, the laboratory he was working at was called the Carlsberg Laboratory.
Oh,
shit.
क्या बात है?
Like, it's literally that old. It's fucking crazy, and beer has led to the invention of the pH scale.
That's
What I
crazy.
don't
Wow.
But this thing about the water being very important. I remember Corona was only bottled in Mexico, a specific part because of the water. Nowhere else in the world.
Bro, this.
अभी इंडिया में चालू किया हूँ.
My dad was telling me the story because I was telling him about this Sorensen thing. So he's like, "Do you know something about ghadi detergent powder?" I said, "Kya? What is
Just
it?"
a great segue.
Like, do you know about ghadi detergent?
That why? No, we used to drink it in college because we
क्योंकि हम
didn't
लोग
have
कॉलेज
enough
में थे,
money. And we didn't
पैसे
have
बचाने
money.
थे.
We wanted, you know how the beer has like nice frothy head. We got the same head, but with ghadi
With
detergent,
ghadi.
and it was 8 rupees, and 46 of us could drink in that.
And that was in our
हम
time.
लोग
In your
हम
time,
लोग एक बाल्टी बना के
हाँ,
फिर
तुम
सब
लोग क्या
के
पिक्चर
ग्लास
तुम
में.
लोग पिक्चर पीते हो, हम लोग ऐसे बाल्टी लेके करके. Son, I must tell you, it's a miracle that you're here. It's a miracle I'm still alive. But I trust fully in ghadi detergent for my clothes and alcohol needs.
and now your name is Srivastasan.
but also my liver is in a very bad state, but damn is it clean.
Yeah, it's white. It's white in color.
आपका लिवर बहुत अच्छा है.
Chalo, हाँ.
एक्सरे लगा चमक रहा है आपका लिवर से.
So
So-
dad said ghadi detergent.
Ghadi detergent. So I said, "Yeah, I know about ghadi." He's like, "Wait, I'll tell you about ghadi." So the guy who invented ghadi detergent powder, he was a chemist, okay, and he invented it because his wife used to complain, "Ki yaar, no matter what I do, some of the stains I can't take off from the clothes." So he's like, "Oh, I'm a chemist. Let me."
I wonder
take a
what he
crack."
was doing to cover up.
What stain was it? That is very important. Is it a stain from behind, from front?
This man created something out of necessity.
Yeah, lipstick का मार के collar पे कैसे निकालूं? So
Okay, good. You went there.
so no, that didn't happen, by the way. Anyway, who knows? So he basically is a chemist. He takes a crack at the problem, comes up with the formula for ghadi detergent powder. Okay, and when his wife uses it, it's fabulous. It's fantastic. Okay, it works like a dream. It's beautiful. So he's like, dude, this is massive. This is a commercial gold mine that I've found, right?
Yeah.
And so he mass produces it and sends it out all across the country. But unlike what he thought would happen, and unlike what had happened with his wife, who was amazed and impressed by the product, letters started coming in from all over the country saying कि आपका क्या बकवास product है, चलता ही नहीं है. सारे
मैं हाई हो रहा ही नहीं हूं, इतना पी रहा हूं मैं, मुझे चढ़ रही नहीं है.
मैंने अपने बच्चों को 4 बाल्टी पिलाया है.
Whenever we use ghadi detergent powder, the clothes get damaged and worse, right? The stains don't come off. So he starts wondering ki why is it?
The water in every river.
Yes.
Yeah.
In every part of the
Oh.
country, the water was different. And so the chemical used to react differently and it used to damage the clothes. So what he did is, for every part of the country, he basically studied the water, figured out what the issue was, and
No shit.
he tweaked the formula for every part of the country.
So if I buy
and-
ghadi detergent from Punjab and use it in Bombay, my clothes are fucked.
It might get damaged.
Not anymore, but yes, at that point.
At
But
that
this
point.
is also probably why, after all the clothes were getting fucked from ghadi detergent, he had to say, "Pehle istemal kare, fir vishwas kare."
फिर विश्वास कर.
वो घड़ी डिटर्जेंट का है. हाँ, पहले
हाँ.
इस्तेमाल करे फिर विश्वास करे.
But
Oh,
my
that's-
Yes, but sir, for me to istemal, I still have to buy it.
yes.
So
Yeah, I
technically,
still have to ruin at least one t-shirt.
yeah, if you're giving me free, then it's fine. It's called ghadi detergent because it took him 43 years to go and check all the rivers and all the. इसमें साफ हो रहा है? नहीं. अरे बहुत टाइम लग गया.
It was
मीठी
called,
river में
बहुत time
radioactive
it's called ghadi detergent because उसको घड़ी formula tweak करना पड़ रहा है.
अरे क्या बात है.
अरे.
क्या
क्या
बात
बात है.
So, yeah.
अच्छा
Anyway.
बाबा, I might have something to stump you. Do you know where buttload comes from? Etymology.
ये buttload भी
है.
मैं
From the shit that he took 15 minutes back.
no, wait 1 minute. This
He didn't have an adjective to describe it. Guys, I
It's a
have done a lot of shit.
medieval term, buttload. It does refer to alcohol.
Yeah. Did you use any alcohol? Did you use some part of your butt to make alcohol, like in Splitsvilla? Do you remember?
नहीं.
Is
it
it
was called As Juice.
As
As Juice episode.
No,
It was
no,
grapes in a
buttload-
big sieve, and somebody had to sit and
Is
with
it-
their
is it-
bum.
is it the diarrhea you get after a heavy night of drinking?
No, not
No,
even.
no, no.
What the fuck are you drinking? Why are you getting
No, no, one
diarrhea?
sec.
It's real.
Because Kautuk is drinking khakra beer. The point.
By the
Beer
way,
shampoo.
shout
Aadar,
out to
does
the
it
one
have-
person who sent a story, and I loved the story. Was the weird papad pizza with samosa and watching our last episode of the podcast.
But
Thumbs
Aadar,
up to you.
isn't buttload a quantity of alcohol? Like, isn't it a
Yes, it is
quantity?
a unit of measurement.
Yes, there you go. That's what I was saying. I've heard
It
this
is equal
before.
to 126 gallons
Oh wow, that is
of
a
beer
boatload.
or wine.
A buttload. Sorry,
Yeah, it's
So-
buttis. It's buttis from Latin.
sir. आप
So
क्या
what
अरे
is
ये
so
कहते
that-
सब ये सब
Yes.
लैटिन से आया है. Bar. Why is bar? What is bar? Bar comes from baris, which in Latin means
Some-
heavy
okay,
drinker.
yes.
heavy drinker?
हाँ.
Oh,
Oh, Devdas was a baris like that.
Baris.
No, but
By the
Devdas
way,
was also a varis.
Very
He was
nice.
a baris and a varis. Yeah.
by the way,
बाबा
London
तेरा
में एक ये चीज होती थी, like just like hangover and all that. So there was one where if the person gets too drunk, this was literally the first Uber. There was a man who used to come with a hand cart. जो हाथ गाड़ी होता है ना, जो एक व्हील वाला होता है, उसमें उसको डालते थे और उसको घर छोड़ के आते थे.
But it
That was a
wasn't-
service that
but
you
it
would pay
wasn't
for
just-
before you get drunk.
One sec, it wasn't just
अरे
one person.
वो टाइम के डंजो में तू इंसान भेज सकता था.
Bro, one sec. It was Kautuk, you were saying something. I'm
Ayush,
sorry.
you want to book a dunzo? Yes. What
Kautuk, you were
item?
saying something?
No, nothing.
Yeah,
This
Mukesh.
drunk.
No, but
ये
Aadar,
बेवड़ा.
Robert.
it was
Robert को
not.
घर लेके जाना है.
It was not one person. It was you. They would basically do a run in the night across
Yeah.
the bars. And what would happen is at the end of it, when you drop the person home, the family tipped you. So,
Yes, the family has to. Sorry.
So-
You don't pay in advance. It's
You
the
don't-
family that has to
so
take
the
your bill.
family tipped you, and it was basically the person in the handcart would just go to one bar saying, "है क्या कोई उधर पड़ा हुआ लाश?" डाल."
बेवड़ा दे रहो, बेवड़ा
So-
दे रहो.
So they would pile beodas onto one handcart, and then they would push it, and they would make money as they delivered these people home.
But
Imagine
bro-
he's taking somebody home and उसका husband नीचे on the pile. तो चार बेवड़ों को पहले हटाना पड़ेगा.
No,
Bro, लेकिन
no,
चार
but-
बेवड़ों को हटाना है. तू 5 बेवड़ों को एक तो पुश कर रहा है. तेरे में क्या स्ट्रेंथ है ब्रो कि तू 5 ब्रो तू बेवड़े नॉकड आउट बेवड़े कभी उठाया लाइफ
Oh,
में?
it's a lash.
It's dead weight.
Bro.
It's dead weight.
I love this question. जैसे तू कभी knocked out बेवड़े उठा है. How much is the mass increase of a human being when he's
Bro, it-
drunk?
I
in
don't know
At
because
least
it was
3 times.
unliftable bro. ऐसे मतलब उठा ही नहीं पा रहे.
Yeah.
So there were 2-3 things, right? This person would obviously have a handcart, which was thing. He would also have help. In some cases, they would have it through carriages and this, that, and the other. So
तूने
the
देखा है
point.
क्या ये सब बाबा? You have
ये
you
पे
seen
बाबा-
this happen?
J49
बाबा
के
के
बाद
J49
डल किधर है
J40
सर जोगेश्वरी
J49 नहीं.
ए फेंको और उसको लेकर ऐसे फेंक रहा है.
J49 J49 नहीं.
दौड़,
3
दौड़.
flights up. Because कोलाबा में था ना घोड़ा गाड़ी तभी.
Oh my god.
एक मिनट 3 फ्लाइट अब से तू 5 बेवड़ों को नीचे कैसे लेके आ रहे हैं? चुत्ते मैं तो ऐसे लात मार देता ऐसे बेवड़ों को.
धक्का मार रहे हो, रोल होके
That
अपने
they
आप
handle on their own. तभी वो खुद हाथ गाड़ी का टायर बन जाते हैं सब लोग.
Oh bro, by the
बेवड़े
way,
बोलो भाई. बेवड़े बेवड़े
नीचे घूम रहा है रास्ते पे.
बेवड़े वाला बिग बॉय.
oh my god, that's
बेवड़े. तो अगर किसी को भी बेवड़ा चाहिए तेरा होगा नहीं वो. हाँ एक बस कितने का दिया?
But can you imagine, like, you have pushed a Bevda, okay, from the bar all the way to his house, which is a distance away, right?
And the person says, "I don't want him. Fuck off."
No, yeah, either that or they give you like a very low tip.
Yeah,
Like,
that
bhai,
sucks.
I think it, and I feel, and I think that at that point it was almost like a standard thing, right? Like this person has been dropped home, so you pay so much. ऐसा कुछ तो रहेगा ना
It's
यार.
like at least you have to tip at least five shillings.
But bro मेरे को मानना पड़ेगा एक तो quite a noble job to help
Yeah,
drunk
yeah.
people get home.
yeah,
but-
always.
Who are they striking this deal with?
There's no deal.
Also to know everybody's address. कि ये बेवड़ा
क्योंकि-
यहाँ रहता है.
नहीं आई थिंक वो टाइम
वो
के
बता तो
बेवड़े
नहीं
इतने
सकता है।
फेमस नहीं वो टाइम के बेवड़े बहुत फेमस होंगे
No, no,
अबे
it's
the
not,
fact कि
guys.
I think
उनका
it's a
उनका
small
again,
communities, no?
Three things used to happen. One is small communities. Two, it was that rule, right? Like people would run with their address in their pocket type. Like that used to happen. Na? Where they used to put kid when you send kids to school, वैसा हम लोग इधर नैपकिन पे एड्रेस
पॉकेट में
लिखता था ना, वैसा सेम चीज जेब में रखता था वो लोग एड्रेस.
इसको इतना डिटेल में मालूम है ना ये बिकॉज
Hmm.
he was there, he saw this.
अरे मैं ही
अभी
था हैंड कार्ड पे.
But
तू ही तू
you
ही
know,
तू ही सबको धक्का दे रहा था
नहीं, मैं हैंड कार्ड पे था.
तू बेवड़ा था इसलिए तू टी टोट ले रही थी
हाँ.
okay, so here's the thing, right? I also, by the way, feel extremely. I do have a lot of sympathy for bars also who have to deal with drugs. Okay, like
Mm.
because they have it bad. Like I'll tell you this one
Obnoxious.
story. Yeah. So now I have to tell you this story in this way. So we used to have a second home in Bilapur. Okay, where and I used to only go to Bilapur one time of the year, which was New Year's. Okay, for a New Year's party.
of
So-
all days
Of all the days, right? Because it was like empty house, you can party there, right? That was the whole.
अच्छा
Ah,
हाँ okay
Because it doesn't matter where in the world it is, you will land up there if there is empty house to party.
yeah
So now here's the thing about Belapur. Now Belapur has this one street which has all these bars on it. Okay, and on
Called CBD.
that street has all the bars. It's one gully, and it's pub street, whatever it is. And on New Year's night they go crazy, right? Every pub has a scene going on. It's parties going on, all of that stuff. So this one particular New Year's went there, and in the morning went out to get breakfast. And here's the sight. Okay, it's 1st of Jan. People have partied the fuck out of 31st, right? And all these pubs are washing the pub. Okay, and just rivers of puke are coming.
oh no, man.
Rivers. ऐसा वो broom लेके आ रहा है और just half digested pizzas are coming out of the thing.
Tomatoes.
Now here's the kicker.
I can
okay?
almost smell it this happened what 10 years ago it's
Exactly, you can smell it. Now here's the kicker. Okay, the kicker was, so this happened one year. The next year we were back at Bilapur again, partied on 31st.
you didn't get
Back on
enough
first.
puke the previous year
This is
So
it's
sorry,
like
on
second
that-
time's the charm.
So on that 31st, I had walked past those pubs और सब pub के बाहर एक बड़ा board था. If you vomit, then 5,000 rupees fine.
Good.
और फिर तू अगले दिन उठा पब्लिक 5,000 रुपए दे के न्यू ईयर के दिन पे तू किसी को रोक रहा है पब्लिक करेगा
Because
and-
at that point, it doesn't matter how many times you puke. Once you've paid the fine, you
Yeah.
as many times as you want.
No,
this is
and
like that na this is like that friend of there's a common friend of the four of us I don't want to take his name but he was he was out somewhere and in one of the hotel rooms which was very clearly non-smoking he has smoked right
Oh,
because
yes.
अपन फूक लेते हैं ना किधर भी इंडियन है जुगाड़ ये वो
अरे but actually habit से भी हो जाता है ना sometimes.
पास आ गई है स्मेल आ गई है सब कुछ स्टाफ आ गए बोला सॉरी देयर इज अ 5,000 euro fine
Oh.
4.5 लाख ना,
So-
5 लाख.
so
क्या बोला? Sorry,
5,000 euro has been paid
sorry.
and
For
after
one
it's
cigarette.
been paid he is like fuck it अभी भर तो दिया है ना फाइन फुकीज
Abhi, if you want to be a boss, then might as well be a
फिर
boss.
बिस्तरे में बैठ के फुकीज
और
फिर
बिस्तर
बाथरूम
पे
में
जा-
जाके फुकीज ये मेरे को हम सरप्राइज उसने जला नहीं दिया होटल मतलब चल अभी भर दिया 5,000 जला देता हूँ
My
But
God.
dude, like dealing with drunk people is also a thing, right? It's a whole part of
Yeah.
club management.
Dude, the worst drunks now, fucking Brits, bro. They are the world's worst drunks.
Yeah.
I have never
Yes.
seen an
Hands down.
absolute in control drunk, but in control. You know what I mean? Like one is being drunk, one is being drunk and like downright obnoxious, looking for a fight. You know, purposely being like super loud.
इतना repressed रहेगा country तो निकलेगा ही
पता
नहीं.
नहीं
I
मेरे
have
को-
I have a very interesting statistic about bar fights, which is 80%. I don't know. This might shock you guys. 80% of bar fights
Yeah.
are between males.
shocking.
Well done, Aadar. Well done. Well done.
And
Although-
usually when a bar
although-
fight happens, there is a 100% likelihood that the
It's
most
because-
aggressive party will be the third party.
That's true.
जो लोग लड़ रहे हैं not as aggressive as the people who get involved randomly.
The third party is in another bar also, having a party.
But मैं दारू की बात कर रहे थे. You know what is that one Indian daru, right? By the way, like there's a whiskey right now which is voted best whiskey in the world, which is an Indian made.
Which
Indri नाम है उसका. Indri. Superb.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
I've heard
anyway,
of
that's
this,
not
yeah.
the point. अभी मेरे डैड पी रहे थे इसलिए मेरे को याद आया. But अगर तू इंडिया से अल्कोहल सोचेगा, like which global or something that you know every Indian would know
Old monk
what
ही होगा
alcohol
ना?
बोलते हैं.
Old monk
है
ही
ना?
होगा.
Old monk.
Correct. अभी old monk का history बोलता हूँ bro. In
Old
the
monk
middle
और Hayward's
1850s
5,000. नहीं,
नहीं, वो तो-
Hayward's 10,000.
वो 15,000 20,000 सब लोग जाके डांट मार रहे, फिर सब लोग एक दूसरे को देख रहे थे. एक बार 5,000 में भी मेरा डांट लग रहा है, 10 में भी लग रहा है, 15 में भी लग रहा है, तो अभी क्यों कर रहे हैं हम ये एड. एनीवे, तो ओल्ड मॉन्क का स्टोरी है 1855 में, राइट?
बाबा.
देयर यूज्ड टू बी
I'm saying that's quite a bit.
1855 में there was this one guy, his name was Edward Dyer. Okay, now Edward Dyer found out that there was a high demand for cheap like brewed beer in the British soldiers. ठीक है, तो he's like I'm going to capitalize on it because वैसे भी एम्पायर के आधे पब्लिक इधर थे, सबको पीएच करना था, तो क्या करे. सो
और
ही
इधर शुगर केन भी बनता है मस्त.
हाँ, तो इधर he took over this one distillery that used to make beer called Mohan Meakin, okay, which was in Kasauli, Himachal Pradesh. They used to make beer first, but after some point of time, it moved on, they changed, and then they became Old Monk. They started making the Old
The
Monk rum as we know it. And obviously, over the years, it's become super popular. It's helped. Like, you know, I know kids in college who didn't have money to drink, they would drink Old Monk. And I know rich ass people who live in Mayfair in London who can't do without their Old Monk in the winter. So you've seen that. Abhi to the Old Monk has been run to the ground. But the catch is, the guy who founded this, who was he? His name was Edward Dyer.
Yeah,
was he?
Jallianwala Bagh.
He was the father of Reginald
Father of.
Edward
Oh,
Dyer, the British Indian Army officer who basically oversaw the
oh,
massacre of Jallianwala.
shit.
ये उसका बाप
God
था.
damn.
अभी तो खत्म हो चुका है, bro. Now Old Monk is gone, dude. I'm
What?
not kidding. In the sense that the popularity of it, the business is run to the ground now.
I think, I mean, I like it was pretty
No,
much.
you like it. You like it because you.
Yeah, it was
Nostalgia.
vibrant till my
Oh,
day.
I thought Old Monk is still doing pretty well. I
I
thought.
think it's doing well.
But that's the beauty about Old Monk. You always say, अरे Old Monk है ना, ये तो चलेगा ही.
Hmm.
But बहुत अभी अलग अलग दूसरा क्या वो चैंपियन वैम्पियन कुछ तो एक है, वो सब आ गया है. बकाडी. What is the other rum that has
No,
come
by
out?
the way,
Old Monk is gone.
I am absolutely loving this gin renaissance that's taken place in India. Like, oh my
Yes.
God, it's beautiful. Like the Stranger and Sons and Greater Than and all these
Renaissance.
things. Yeah, the Renaissance. It's like I'm
No,
enjoying it.
every third place in Goa is a
It's a
gin.
distillery.
Yeah, yeah.
But वो एक gin
With
renaissance है
juniper
और
and kaju.
उसके साथ आ रहा है tequila renaissance, bro.
India में.
But इंडिया में
आएगा उसके साथ rock.
tequila all over the world. सबसे पहले you know you can't call all
you
bottles
can't.
of tequila
Yeah.
tequila.
Yeah,
Literally वैसा हो गया अभी because you can call it agave spirit. But a specific kind of agave, and it has to be stamped and approved by the government only then. अभी तू tequila देखे क्या एक से एक craft tequila है, bro. It'll blow your mind. It'll
Yeah.
blow your mind. Because our thing of tequila was like when we were drinking it in college, जो गंदा घासलेट जो पी रहे थे अपन. So your
See,
memory of
That was
tequila
also,
is
that was also
you
money.
have it and like it'll burn and you're just
Yeah,
you're
it's
making this
supposed to-
face. Like, but that's
you-
not that. Now it's
Then you have a
tequila.
lemon.
Yeah, but like that's your memory of it. But you try out some of the tequila I got, bro.
I think
Munch.
Tagor's drink now is
And-
tequila with water and lime. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
He's in one.
He
Tequila
He's in
मिला
ice
है
में.
इसने.
He's in a skinny bitch mode.
भाई पूछ आदर अपन पी रहे थे कि नहीं सो में
अच्छा था. I
Oh,
I
yeah.
I appreciate the drink. It was a good drink.
दो तीन पिया भाई ने
क्या बात है.
Without
हाँ,
without realizing.
उसके बाद यूरिनल पे जाके फोन रखने गया, लेकिन वो गिर गया.
अरे
संडास
फोन
में
रखो.
गिर
I was
गया.
just telling other people. तुम लोग अपना फोन नहीं रख रहे क्या?
मस्त.
Oh,
The
Okay.
alcohol decontamination. Acha, by the way, have you guys dealt with drunk people ever? Like, have you had the
Oh, yeah, yeah.
misfortune? I
Yes.
had a
Yeah.
friend who once told me on their birthday, I will. This was the sentence. I will drink today till I'm someone else's problem.
Yeah. But I mean,
so
yeah.
then you left him and you went home.
Yeah.
No, the thing is, for me, it's
Oh,
like
गाड़ी
almost-
पे आ रहा है.
for me, drinking is almost for me, dealing with a drunk person gives me PTSD because of dad and all. तो वो थोड़ा मेरे लिए extra हो जाता है. तो मैं ना, I'm very bad because I overthink everything. So then I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst thing that's happened to this person. So if someone throws up for me, it's like दुनिया हिल गया है. Oh shit, should I call the doctor and all? Like मैं उधर चले जाता. मेरे को ये नॉर्मल रिएक्शन ऑफ अरे यार उल्टी क्या शिट साफ करना पड़ेगा, दैट इज यस, बट इट्स मोर लाइक डॉक्टर को बुलाना पड़ेगा क्या अभी, लाइक बिकॉज़ आई डोंट नो हाउ टू कैलिब्रेट हाउ ड्रंक द पर्सन इज and how drunk the thing is. Like I just can't calibrate it only.
Also, guys, like we've been speaking about drinking and all a lot, but please don't do it in control. Don't do it in excess. If you don't do it, even better. All the things we've said about our past and all, not trying to say it from a point of view of, oh fuck, we should do it. We're saying it from a point of view of like, kya chutiye the apan. You know what I mean?
I was a responsible, so we used to do this.
Please be a responsible drinker. Enjoy responsibly.
So this is what
And
we used
don't
to
drive
do.
for sure, please.
जुहू बीच पे there's this one area जहाँ पे कुछ भी टिकता नहीं है. There's this one place जहाँ पे पहले डोमिनोज होता था, फिर वहां पे क्लब बना है, right on जुहू बीच. याद है तुम लोग को?
What, on the curb, na?
Yeah, on the curb. When
जो
nothing,
मौका,
it's
जो
the
कैफे
manus.
मौका था बहुत टाइम तक.
Yeah. And nothing that opens there is ever safe. It just
Is
shuts
it
down
bar
after
bank
a while.
now? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Bar
so,
bank is before.
Okay.
तो पहले वहां पे एक क्लब होता था या जो बार होता था. तो we used to go there, and this is sometimes when I used to do, like I started drinking, and we went there, we used to have drink, and then we used to come back down because ऊपर हम लोग को we don't want to pay for water because they used to charge for water, mineral water. तो हम लोग नीचे आके नारियल पीते थे, get our electrolytes and go back up.
तू क्लब जाता था, फिर नीचे आके नारियल पानी पीता था.
नारियल पानी पीते थे, and then because we need the electrolytes to keep dancing.
But talking about drunk people, Aadar, you should tell that story that you found.
Okay, so this is epicness of drunk. This man, and this has happened a couple of days ago or very, very recently. This man decided to jump into the Delhi Zoo at 12:30 in the afternoon, drunk. And where did he jump? He jumped into the lion enclosure.
Oh my God.
अरे यार.
Now, the confidence with which this man has jumped has shocked even the lion. There is a video that is circulating because the lion is charging him and he's like, no, ruk. And the lion stops.
अरे तू तो मेरा दोस्त है यार, तू तो यार है यार.
There are moments in the video where he's lying on the ground, scratching his chest and trying to pet the lion. And the lion is just dumbfounded about what the fuck is happening.
कि मैं किंग ऑफ द जंगल हूँ, ये कौन है? ये कौन है? ये मेरे एनक्लोजर में कैसा आया बेवड़ा?
और फिर
क्या?
नहीं go for it.
Then he's giving the lion directions. वो लायन को बोल रहा है उधर जा, आगे से लेफ्ट ले. And the lion, and he's so confident in the way he's showing the lion the direction. The lion, there is a moment where the lion looks at him and looks, क्या दिखा रहा है मेरे को? The lion is like, what are you showing me? I'm genuinely affected.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ जाके मिक्सर लेके यार, मिक्सर.
तू क्या इधर अकेले बैठ के क्या करता है? जो किंग ऑफ जंगल है, जंगल, तू जंगल दिख रहा है तेरे को? तू बुश के बाजू में बैठा, बाहर निकल, उसको खा जाए उधर.
Apparently he wanted to have a conversation with the lion. Literally that was his reason for jumping in. कि मैं इससे बात करेगा.
Did the story end with somebody coming saying, "Bede le lo bede"?
This video is gone.
One sec, my video is shut.
Baba nailed how to be drunk.
Hilarious.
One
Baba
sec.
had a blackout.
सब कुछ खत्म हो गया बाबा का.
गाइस पुंगी बज गया मेरा
हाँ,
पूरा
वो दिख
वीडियो
रहा
पे
है।
वाट लगी है।
तेरा तेरा फ्रेम ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे इट्स अ परफेक्ट रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ स्टार्ट एंड एंड ऑफ अ ड्रिंकिंग नाइट आउट।
Hilarious.
तू एकदम मस्त इससे स्प्राइटली था बिगनिंग में, और अभी ऐसा लगता है तेरे को काट पे कोई फेंक के गया है।
ये कितना खराब हो रहा है, इट्स जस्ट डिग्रेडिंग बाय द सेकंड.
It's like you come
अच्छा
drunk
wait,
home and then you do another shot.
this is what happens, the difference between ring light and tube light.
I don't know what is happening, right?
This is hilarious. No, no, Baba, don't change anything. Don't change
रहने
anything.
दे,
अच्छा
रहने दे।
Baba, I've
मस्त
got a
लग रहा है.
story from your childhood, I've got a fact from your childhood.
Hmm.
So as we know, about 10 million years ago,
Hmm.
apes usually used to stay in the trees, they were arboreal.
Hmm.
But there was a special gene that certain and apes developed, which was the ADH4 gene that allowed
Oh,
them
I thought
to
Levi's.
have the
I thought Levi's.
incentive to climb down from the tree
Okay.
and take the fruits that have fallen and fermented and eat them,
Oh.
thereby getting high.
बेवड़ेश।
So yes, so
Oh.
you either die a monkey or you come, you live
or,
long
or,
enough,
or you evolve long enough to go
long
party
enough
at
to become-
J49.
Ah,
चलो,
चलो.
इसी बात पे हो गया बाबा। We will rid you of this misery. Don't worry, it's fine.
guys.
Anyway, that's the end of this episode of the Internet Set. So, once again, please drink responsibly. Ignore all the random chutia stories we said. Please drink responsibly. Take care of your liver. Take care of your health. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about the podcast. थोड़ा comment करो, थोड़ा
Yeah.
engage करो नहीं, engagement करो. बाकी हमारे शो देखने आओ, सबके शो के लिंक विंक नीचे होंगे, तो बहुत सारे शो चल रहे हैं, तो प्लीज शो भी देखने आओ। बोल बाबा।
मैं सिर्फ बोल रहा है ड्रिंक रिस्पॉन्सिबली. इफ यू नो दैट समबडी हु मे नॉट बी ड्रिंकिंग रिस्पॉन्सिबली, ट्राई टू help them get help. It's possible. All of this is all possible nowadays. It's not embarrassing, it's not thing, and there are things, so you need to be careful. Of course, drink responsibly, have fun. Don't drink if you don't need to. Do not drive
Don't drive for sure.
Arey, please
at
don't drive.
all. If you
For
are
sure.
even, in fact, don't step into a car of somebody who is drinking and driving either. So please, these are just stories from the days of your
Yeah,
which
and,
make us
and
sound
don't go
stupid.
don't go to rock bottom.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah.
don't end up in rock bottom and never
Night-
eat a buffet
night.
that's worth 199.
Yeah,
Yes.
no
Please.
matter where.
Nothing good can come from that.
Yeah,
Unless you अगर उल्टियों के नदियां बहानी नहीं है
बस
तो
यही
please.
चल रहा है. On the next
199 का buffet.
episode we'll discuss diarrhea. That's it from this episode. Thank you so much guys for watching. Again, reminder, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, engagement करो, मजे करो, do whatever you want, and good night, bye bye, take care, salam.
Do whatever you want, guys.
Should we start? चल पी ले भाई, ऐसा लग रहा है तो गुल्ली करने वाले हैं.
वाह, एक सेकंड, मेरे को भी बाइट खाने दे.
ये
Post
करते हम
credit
लोग. Exactly. Between when I say let's start the episode to this, कौतुक ड्रिंक पी रहा है, आदर म्यूसली खाया, बाबा पानी के साथ गुल्ली कर रहा है. मैं भी कुछ कर लूं फिर.
कर ले
बाथरूम जाएगा.
तुम लोग को
हाँ,
मालूम
जाके
है
आता हूँ.
कि ये सब एडिट नहीं हो रहा है ना?
Of course.
हाँ,
ये कुछ एडिट नहीं हो रहा है.
चल 3 2 1 go.